Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2022 reading. I'm coming to you as a 7-figure personal development training entrepreneur who has had 3 spontaneous awakenings. These awakenings have led me to become an open channel through which your spirit guides can find and advise you. I receive messages from spirit and ancestors in the form of words, identifiable objects, visions, and physical reactions. My goal is to channel by zodiac sign readings that cover life, relationships, wellness, career, business, and wealth. You can look up and listen to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs online. One may be more relevant than the other for you. Your sun represents your personality or your soul. Your moon represents your inner world or emotions. Your rising represents the vibe you give off or your mask. And your Venus represents how you operate in relationships. I happen to be a quadruple Libra, so I listen to Libra readings, but you might want to listen to any one or all of your signs. Also useful are your South and North nodes. Your South node represents the strength you bring to this life. Your North node represents the challenge you are meant to face and overcome in this life. Astrology and numerology will be incorporated when it is of significance. Ask God, Spirit, and your guides and ancestors to channel your advice through me if you like my style. Let's get into your reading. Okay, Capricorn. This reading is for June 2022. And what we do is we start off first with the overall energy for the reading. Then we look at your recent past, your present, your immediate future, your obstacle, your action to take. Then we move over here to a person in your life. This could be a lover, friend, colleague, whoever it is that you're thinking of, that's who will come through. And then we'll look at your career, business, wealth area. And then we'll look at 2 oracle cards, or messages from the universe. I want to start off though, first with a couple astrological events of significance for June. One is June 14th, which is a super full moon in Sagittarius. This is happening in your 12th house. So your 12th house is all about the deepest, darkest, most sensitive part of your being. It's your fears, your spirituality, self-undoing, withdrawal, secret or hidden enemies. On June 29th, we have the new moon in Cancer, which is in your 7th house. And this talks about lovers, your spouse, your ex, open enemies. Ooh, you have 2 enemies. Things, any sort of partner, including business partners, cooperation, and competition. So we'll just take these into consideration when we go through your reading. Around those 2 dates, like for the super full moon on June 14th, it's a good idea to do a little journaling. You could look at forgiving any childhood hurts or traumas. You can look at ways to be more optimistic, and you can incorporate some movement into your life. We come up around to the new moon on June 29th, you want to set goals in that particular area. So for you in the 7th house, set goals around lovers, spouse, business partnerships, cooperation, because those goals are then realized over the next 6 months. And then when we hit the full moon in that same sign, which is Cancer, in 6 months from that date, you can reflect back and see if your goals were achieved. Okay, so jumping into your reading, the overall energy you have here is King of Swords. So King of Swords talks about being an authority, using your intellect and analytics to make clear decisions. So King of Swords. Very strong. A lot of strength there. This is clarified by justice, decision making, 3 of Wands, and the Star. You got 2 major arcana here. Okay. Justice. is consequences, karmic justice, lessons, truth, honesty, maybe anything to do with the law. Okay, Three of Wands, stepping out of your comfort zone, finding opportunities for growth and development, expanding your horizons. And then the Star. So the Star is all about renewal, hope, inner clarity, contentment, faith, serenity, and being in the spotlight. All right, let's look at what we have in your past, present, future. But I'm thinking here we've got a decision to make, or decisions, and you have the intellect and the analytical ability to do so. There may be a life lesson in here, or a need to be truthful. Look at the truth of the matter in order to make a decision. You may have to step out of your comfort zone to make this decision or decisions. And once you've made that, or you could, with the Star, you have use your inner clarity to make the decision, but making the decision brings you contentment and serenity. So let's see what else we have going on here. In the recent past, we have Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles talks about being the ultimate working parent, caring for your family or your home, and at the same time creating financial abundance. So having a healthy balance, this is a good thing. It's clarified by the King of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Strength. So King of Swords talks about using that intellect and analytics for clear decisions. So you've got this twice. Ace of Cups, filled with happiness, joy, bliss, creative opportunities, new love, friendship. This is a really beautiful card with the Star too. So you've got these dual energies going on here. Okay. In Strength, you have inner strength, confidence, courage, bravery, self-love, self-respect. And I think that relates to making those decisions, lasering into the truth. Okay, let's keep going. Present, you have five of Pentacles, financial loss, feeling alone, sabotaging your ability to create abundance by focusing on lack. Clarified by the Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So Seven of Wands, you worked hard to get here. Others want it too. There's envy. You want to protect your territory. Six of Pentacles. You're generous and ready to share abundance or receiving abundance, knowing if you give it back, it will come back to you threefold. And Three of Swords. Hurt, disappointment, taking others' words to heart. Release pain of loss, grief, and forgive. Got some loss going on here. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Six of Swords. We have a transition or physical move or a rite of passage, leaving your comfort zone for growth. This is clarified by Five of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Ten of Wands. Okay, this is making it happen. Let's see. Five of Wands. You have conflict, disagreement, competition, infighting. Listen to each person or remove yourself from the drama. Ace of Wands. Highly motivated, energized, filled with ideas. World of possibilities opening up. Follow your passion. Ten of Wands. Oh man, you've got some dual energy. It's like, okay, Ten of Wands. Extra burdens, workloads, responsibility, temporary. You know it's temporary. You'll reap the rewards long term. So this is the second time you have this. Okay, so let's. I'm hesitant to stop here, or to pause here and look. I'm going to say this. So far, we've got this spliced energy. We've got this challenging energy on one side, which is, decision making. You've got some lack, feelings of lack, loss, swords energy. And then on the other side, you've got this beautiful, gorgeous energy, the star, strength, and Ace of Cups. And yeah, let's keep going. We'll look at your challenge and your action to take and see where we land. But you just might be working through this month. And you know what? Interestingly, this does directly relate to your astrology. So the super full moon in Sag and the new moon in Cancer. So yeah, these are, I want to say heavier houses. So the 12th house, your deepest, darkest, most sensitive part of your chart, fear, spirituality, self-undoing, withdrawal, secret or hidden enemies. And then your 7th house again, lover, spouse, open enemies, any sort of partner, business partners, cooperation, competition. They're heavy houses, and that just may be the tone of your month. You got this more heavy, challenging side or energy field, but then you also, on the other side, you have this light, beautiful energy. So it may just mean we're going through the month knowing that there's some heavy energy there, but you have access to the light energy. And we all know that humans have biorhythms. So one day you wake up and you feel heavy, you got to really pump yourself up for that day. Have a cup of Starbucks. Not that, or any coffee, I should say. And then the next day you wake up and the energy is free flowing, and you couldn't drink a cup of coffee if you needed, because you just don't. I mean, the energy's taking over. So that's what it feels like to me. It's like, oh gosh, this month is going to be like a little bit, moments of heaviness and moments of lightness, and you're just going to have to push through and focus on the light. So let's look at the challenge. So the challenge is the star. This is interesting because the star is renewal, hope, inner clarity, contentment. See what I mean? So faith, serenity, spotlight. So your challenge is to make sure you stay focused on that light. And if you don't, that's where your heaviness is going to take over. So 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and 6 of Swords are clarifying this. 6 of Wands, confident, self-assured, successful, proud of achievements and recognition. 8 of Swords. Dark thoughts, disturbing feelings, worry, anxiety, sleep disruption, fear is in charge. See the dual energy? I mean, they're complete opposing energies. 6 of Swords. You have transition, physical move, rite of passage, leaving comfort for growth. Hey, okay, so leaving comfort for growth. If an area of comfort for you is hanging out in that more challenging energy, maybe your challenge is to be able to flip that energy in the moment. So if you wake up or go through the day and that heavier energy is starting to take over, figure out a way that you can flip it. If it's listening to a certain song, if it's going outside and grounding yourself, standing in the grass with no shoes and socks on if you work from home, or after work, something that can immediately flip that energy and get you out of that heaviness. That's definitely your challenge. So your action, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is beautiful. I mean, deep connections, partnership, joining forces, nurturing these, attraction, marriage, clarified by the Hermit, the Fool, and the Empress. 3 major arcana in your future. This is a change. This is a transformation. This is a transformation in your thinking, or exactly what we're talking about. If you're able to take this month, and this is in your 12th house too, take this on. When you have moments of darkness, flip it so you can see the light, and you have a major transformation to take you on going forward through the end of this year into next year into your whole future. Okay, so this is a very transformative month for you. It can be if you take it on. Hermit, you go into yourself. Fool, new beginning, it's you, a whole new being. It's a new you. The Empress. The Empress is completely in harmony with oneself. Sees beauty, abundance. It's that lighter energy. So I think we just nailed it. You know it. This is your challenge, or your month is heavy, is dark and light, heavy, or heavy and light, and in your purpose this month is to transform let's see, let me reword that. Find the tools, create your little toolbox of how to transform your energy, flip it on a dime, focus on from dark to light. And that will make your whole day go better, make your whole week go better, make your whole month go better. Okay, so let's look at the person in your life. This is beautiful. 10 of Cups. This is having it all. 10 of Cups. Life of connection and bliss by following your heart. Wholeness, completion, alignment. This is your person. Their recent past. 5 of Wands. Conflict, disagreement, competition, infighting. Listen to each person or remove yourself from the drama. Okay. Devil. Ooh. Uh-oh. A little... okay. Any addictions here? Codependency, lust, secrecy, obsession, cheating, materialism. Immediate future, 4 of Cups. Opportunities are flowing, but for now they are saying no. They're focusing on what they value. They may be a bit indifferent. So how do they get to the 10 of Cups with with these clarifiers? You tell me. I'm thinking, I'm meditating on this one. Let me think on that. Let's see. This could mean new love. New love or friendship. If this is a new love for you, and you're feeling, this person's feeling happiness, joy, bliss, or new friendship. It may be feeling incredibly blissful because they're coming out of this, something in the past, a relationship from the past that was riddled with conflict. They're coming out of codependency or addiction in their present moment. They have a lot of opportunities, but they're taking it slow. So the story I see here is they're blissful about the connection with you, more so because the conflict in the recent past and maybe battling some codependency or addiction, which is why they're hesitant, or not hesitant, they are taking it slow despite this bliss, because they have to, because of this recent past and present. So good information for you to know. So if they do need to take it slow, that's okay. This is a lot. This is heavy. See, they've got heavy and they've got they've got heavy and light too. But they do have bliss with. They do see a blissful outcome with you. Okay, let's move on to your career, business, and wealth. So we go through a little journey here. We start with the root of the matter. So, and in this set of cards, rods refers to wands. So when I say rods, we're talking about wands. So we start out with the root of the matter, which is seven of swords. By the way, you have the magician in here. This is the only major arcana card, and that talks about making things happen. So this is someone who can manifest. So this is good. Anyway, root of the matter, seven of swords. Talks about prioritizing. Even if it means prioritizing yourself, that you can't do everything at once. Okay, you've got two options here. You've got option 1, 10 of swords. Option 2, 8 of rods. Option 1, 10 of swords, is accepting an ending to something to create space for the new. 8 of rods talks about things are moving fast, go with the flow, use the momentum to create change and results. Travel is possible. So I let something end to bring in the new, or go with the flow. One of the two. Okay, Knight of Cups, likely outcome. Inspired by creative outlets. Using the creativity is going to be a big part of what comes to fruition here. Internal influences, the magician, you're able to manifest whatever it is you want with any internal influences. External influences, the sun. Oh, I'm so sorry, you've got the sun here too. Never mind. And the sun is another beautiful energy, positivity, optimism, freedom, joy, truth, openness, vitality. So whatever your external influences are, they're quite beautiful. What you need to know, 7 of Cups, talks about some illusion, indecision, need to dig below the surface before making a choice. You may have too many choices and feel stalled to commit to something. And then what you're avoiding, 10 of Cups. You're avoiding all the bliss. You're avoiding completion and alignment. So don't do that. Don't procrastinate. Don't do that. Follow your heart. Complete the project. Complete it. Don't stall. If this decision making, this indecision is causing this stall, you need to use your beautiful external influences, your beautiful or effective manifesting ability to work through that. So if there's indecision or too many options or whatever, map out all pathways. Write it down. Don't limit yourself. And nail this. Nail this. Because you've got 10 of Cups, you've got the ultimate success at the end of it. Okay, so finally, Oracle cards, messages from the universe. Manatee. Love the manatee. Surrender and release. There's some forgiveness in there, which ties to your astrology. This is childhood forgiveness. Flamingo, find balance and practice moderation. You had a bit of that sprinkled in here. Balance between the heavy and the light. You know, don't let that heavy take over. I think that's the key message here for you, is just make sure you know how to activate that light, because it's here. It's here. Half of it is light. So don't let the dark overpower, or the heavy overpower. Okay, good luck, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because you're a conduit to getting this message to others who need to hear it too. Appreciate that, and we'll see you in July.